Hello everyone, welcome back to Shilin Anubha Academy. I'm Anubha, a corporate trainer. So guys, today we are going to discuss about the functional interfaces in Java. So guys, functional interface is a type of interface, okay, which contains exactly one abstract method. You can have a number of default and static methods. So these interfaces are primarily used for the Lambda expressions and the method references, okay, which helps in writing the clean and the concise code. Okay, so here you will be having only one abstract method, and you can have functional interface annotation also, okay, which is an optional annotation that will be ensuring that the interface is having only one abstract method, and it will be giving the error at the compilation time in case if you are trying to have more than one abstract method in the interfaces. Okay, so we are having the various types of the built-in functional interfaces in Java. Okay, like your runnable interface, which we have used in the threads, action listener is there, callable is there, comparator is there. Okay, so number of functional interfaces are already built in Java, and we can create our own functional interfaces also. Okay, so I will be telling you how to create the functional interfaces and implement it using the Lambda expression. So guys, functional interfaces were available before your JDK 8 also, okay, but they become the core feature of Java from your JDK 8 with the introduction of the Lambda expressions. Okay, so Java formally has introduced the functional interface annotation also to explicitly declare your functional interfaces in JDK 8, which was launched in 2014. So to understand it deeper, let's go through the practical examples. So guys, this is an example of your function interface. I have used the annotation function interface here, okay, and what I'm doing, I have created my own interface here. Okay, we will be going with the built-in function interfaces also. Some we have already seen, like runnable and the action listener. Others also we are going to see, but for the time being I have created the function interface of my own. Okay, here you are having one abstract function. Okay, we can have the default methods, we can have the static methods, n number of them is allowed. Okay, so what we are doing guys here in this class, okay, I have not written implements functional interface. Okay, whatever I have created function, I have not written the implement statement. In the main, what I'm doing, I have created the object, okay, or the reference variable of that functional interface. Okay, and that functional interface, since is only having one abstract method, so the compiler will understand that okay, we are going to override this abstract function, okay, which is requiring one parameter. So here guys, we are creating the Lambda expression. So I will be going through the Lambda expressions in much more detail in the next session. Okay, but here also what we are doing, we have created a Lambda expression, so we are not even giving the name of the function. This is automatically understandable by the compiler. You are giving the parameter, then the arrow token, and then the body of your function or the execution part of your function. So what I am doing, I am just printing twice the value of your x, whatever you are giving as a parameter. So here I am calling f_obj, which was a reference variable to that function interface dot abstract function, and I am giving 5 as a parameter, which will be going to this x, and ultimately it will be printing twice that value of x. Okay, so it has reduced the boilerplate. Okay, it has reduced the code to much of the extent. Okay, and we are getting the code in much more clarity and in the concise way. So you can see the output 10 is printed here. So now guys, let's see the example of the inbuilt function interface, which is the runnable interface. Okay, so what I am doing, I am creating the thread object. Okay, and in the constructor argument only, I have created the Lambda expression. So which method we are having? Okay, here this is only having the run method, okay, which we need to override. So run method is not taking any parameters. We just need to give the empty parenthesis, and here you will be having the arrow token in case if you want to have multiple lines of the execution. So you can use the curly braces, otherwise you can give the one line of code also. So here we are printing child thread, okay, and here I am having dot start also to start your thread, okay. So if I'll execute this code again, you are getting child thread as an output, and main is one of the thread here as well. So now guys, we will be discussing about the 4 main types of the functional interfaces which are already inbuilt. These are available in java.util.function package, and these interfaces are consumer, predicate, function and supplier. So guys, we will be discussing all of these in details one by one using this program only. Okay, so now guys, the consumer functional interface is accepting, okay, the input of the type T, okay, but it is not returning anything, okay. So basically guys, it is being useful for logging the data, for printing the statements, or might be for modifying an object, okay. So here I have created the consumer functional interface of the type integer, okay. These are of the generic types. You have to specify the type here, and I have created this reference variable, okay. Now a is the parameter what it is taking as an input, and it is just printing twice the value of your a, okay. Nothing it is doing much, okay. So now guys, using the reference variable of your consumer functional interface, we are calling the abstract method of this functional interface, which is accept, okay, which will be accepting the input of the type T and is not going to return anything. That means the syntax is void accept, okay, then the parameter of the type T. Now guys, we are having the predicate functional interface, okay. Predicate function interface also I have created of the type integer only, okay. So it will be checking for a condition, okay. So what it will be doing guys, it will be taking one input, okay, of the type T, but it will be returning the boolean value as the return thing, okay, as a return type. So here what I am doing, I am having the reference variable greater, which is going to see, okay, whatever the input you are giving. If that is greater than 5, it will be returning true, otherwise it will be returning false. And the abstract method here is actually test, okay, which will be of the syntax boolean test, and the parameter is of the type T. So basically guys, your predicates are being useful for filtering, then your validations, and for the conditional checks also. Now guys, we are having the function functional interface, which will be taking the input of the type T and will be returning the output or the result of the type R, okay. So here string is the input type, okay, it is taking, and integer is the type what it is returning, okay, the value what it is returning. So it is basically being used, let's say if you want to convert one type to another, okay. For example, I am giving hello as the string here as a parameter, and I'm trying to find out the length of that string, okay. So that is of course returning the integer value, okay, and that I am collecting in this L, and of course I am printing that L also. So here the function, the abstract function is apply, okay. So apply will be of the type R, which is the return type, and then the parameter will be of the type T. Now guys, the last functional interface is the supplier functional interface, okay. So what this will be doing guys, this does not take any input, okay, but it is returning a value of the type T, okay. So here I have to specify the type, which is the returning type, okay. So string is a return type, but it is not taking any input parameter. So here again I have created the reference variable msg message, okay, and the parentheses are empty, and using the arrow token, and I'm just like having hello from supplier, that's all, okay. So what I am doing guys, the method here, the abstract method in this functional interface is the get method, okay, which is of the type T is the return type here. Okay, and no parameters will be there. So you are going to call that method and you are going to return the string, that is hello from supplier, into this M, and ultimately we are printing that. So if I run this code, you'll see, first of all, twice the value has been printed. Then your 3 was lesser than 5. It is not greater than 5. So it is returning false. Then it is returning the length of hello string, that is 5. And ultimately it is returning the string, okay, hello from supplier, which we are giving to the get method of your, when we are overriding the get method of the supplier functional interface. I hope the things are clear to you, and in case of any doubts, please mention that in the comment box. Like, share and subscribe for more related videos. Thank you so much.